I will kick it off.
Recording in progress.
All right, everybody, we want to welcome all of you out to our intermediate MagnoSeeK training tonight with Ethan Poe from our Malaysia team. And, Ethan is basically the best expert that we've got on this device. And he's here tonight to share some more of these tips, tricks, hints, all that kind of stuff, and teach you all how to get the most out of that MagnoSeeK item. So we're really excited to have him here. And in fact, I don't know if the word is out to everybody, but from what I hear, Ethan, you actually might be headed physically over to our direction, coming over to visit us in the United States, right?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, I am.
So, and from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're going to be coming over and you're going to be setting up all sorts of trainings around the country, and you'll be spending a lot of time with our IBOs and our customers, teaching them about the MagnoSeeK in person, and we'll probably Zoom and stream some of those trainings as well.
Yeah, exactly. And ask me any question.
Love it. Well, we can't wait to get you here. But for tonight, we're going to get started. So I'm going to turn the time over to you, Ethan, and I'll have you take it away now.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Jim. And I'm pretty sure that Dr. J can explain way better than me right now.
He's learning a lot. He's getting good. He's catching up to you. But he's only catching up because you're teaching him.
Nah, he's having this great knowledge of his. I'm learning from him as well.
Awesome.
Okay, now let's go for our analysis. So every time, what you can see right now is short. Okay, there are only a few items here. You know why? It's because this is the quick scan. Okay, or you might call it a quick detection. So there are just a few parts because I want to save some time. I don't want to go for detailed detection in a training. Okay? So when we have this, first of all, when we want to conduct an analysis on a person, so let's say this person, the name is Tess, okay? So the date of birth, 1999, so kind of good health. But then, when we go for current analysis, when we click the magnifying glass, okay, you can see this kind of picture. Yeah. But then, when you click this pictogram, you can see all these kind of icons. You know what is that? It's actually for you to play around with it. Okay, you can turn it around. You can go into deeper area, but make sure when you are doing this, the person is on the wristband. Okay, the wristband is worn at the pulse area, so that you can go for a deeper area of the body, like the other area, so that you can conduct a detection on this area. Okay, so this is the facial nerve. So why are we going for facial nerve? Is because certain people, they have these challenges at the nerve, whereby you see the eye always blinking non-stop, things like that. Okay? And yeah, you can play around with it. Go for the knife, and you can cut it into half, and then you can see what's inside. Okay, from here you can see, there are some 5 at the nasal area, respiratory area. So what you can do is you click the magnifying glass at the right panel here. So when you click it, there will be a list of wordings at the right. Let me explain one by one to you. Okay, now first of all, that's the organ operation. Okay, when you click the A, okay, we have A to the K, right? So when you click the A, and you scroll down to the deepest, you can see this, the bigger numbers, which is 5 point something, 2 point something in black, which means this area
needs to be addressed.
There is some imbalances here. Okay, there are imbalances in these areas, epidermis, tonsil, and things like this, pharynx. And yeah, I don't know why is this, because I'm not a medical person, so I might want to refer to the description below here. So when I click, oh, doesn't say much, okay, but never mind. What is corium? It's about the skin, epidermis, tonsil, yeah, things like that. So these are the area that's having imbalances. And then when we click the biochemical, the reading here will be different. So at the A, this is the only way, the only category whereby we go for the bigger number to see the imbalances. But then for the B onwards, they are all about a lower number. The lower the number, the higher the chances is the imbalances. What we are doing here is a prediction. Okay, so you can see lymphocytes. Okay, the lymphocyte is, let's see, is it excessive? Yeah, too much of lymphocyte. It means that this person might have some inflammation, okay, or infection somewhere. That's why when you have this, and you're going to get more lymphocytes. Okay, so you can analyze one by one. How to analyze that? You are going to click one of the item, like for example, magnesium. And then you're going for NLS analysis at the top. You can see these 3 arrows here, the icon here. When you click it and you exit it, you see, oh, lack of a bit. Okay, so what's the blue color means? Insulin. So the blue color is always neutral. You can see the N. Yeah, so -1 is you're lacking of something, and +3 is, or +2 is you have excessive of something. Let's say the fatty acid of plasma. Okay, excessive. All right, so far so good on the biochemical. And the pathomorphology is about the prediction of disease. Okay, prediction of disease. So you might want to see respiratory infection. Yeah, I missed out something. When you look at biochemical, when you scroll down to the deepest, the pathomorphology, when you go for the deepest, or the lower part, you see these infinity symbols, right? Infinity symbols means that no, you won't get this kind of thing. Okay, but then when you see numbers, there are risks on this kind of thing. Okay, reactive insanity and hysteria, things like that. So these are the possibility of the person who is going to get it. The higher the number, the least possibility this person is getting it. Okay, so when it's highlighted in red, it's very high chance that the person is having the sickness or disease. Okay, it's at the prediction. Okay, so it's not like, we don't tell people like confirm 100% you are getting a respiratory infection, but all this are prediction based on your cell energy. Yeah. So next button here is called the allergens. When the person is having allergies, If he or she is having some allergies at something, you'll be highlighted in red. And the numbers at the left column here is very, very small, like 0 point something. Okay. So you can see there are tons of items here, like chemical, chocolate, things like that, cow milk food. Okay. Next, we go for microorganism. Just now we see respiratory infection. So, therefore, this person is having some coronavirus or influenza virus, which is the flu virus, which is causing the person to have respiratory infection. Now, when we click the microorganism and the button here, bacteria research, is being highlighted in red. Okay, there is color here, meaning to say you can press it. So when you press this button, you can see, oh, this is the coronavirus. And when you move your mouse over to somewhere in the body, okay, so this is the nose, right? The nasal area. So when you click it, you get a numeric number in circle. Okay, so you can go inside and click inside. Okay, why do we do that? Because what we are doing right now when we are clicking is we are programming the MagnoSeeK. Okay, you'll have this kind of entry here. Whatever I click just now will be listed here. So why is it listed here? Is because later part, when I'm finished on the analysis and clicking and getting all the records here, I can go for the spectrum training. So when I click the spectrum training, I can use the MagnoSeeK to amplify the frequency on this area, on the virus and the content of the virus.
Target.
Okay, now back to our analysis. Okay, so yeah, and maybe something with the tooth. Okay, so instead of we clicking all the colors here, we can go and click somewhere which is don't have any indicators. Like for example, I want to check on the scalp area. Okay, let's say I check on the scalp. Yeah, I go into the scalp. I want to check how healthy the hair is, or the hair bulb is, or the scalp. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, we can do that. You just go into the hair bulb, and you can check the capillary inside. Yeah, just go in deeper. Okay, so you can go deep inside the tissue or the cell to program the MagnoSeeK, to get the MagnoSeeK to use the frequency on this area. So why do we do that? It's because we want this area on the scalp to be more healthy, or to activate the cell to make the cell more balanced in a way. Okay, so when we click those, this thing will come out. You see the scalp, hair bulb, capillary, or whatever I click just now, it will be listed here. Now, next thing on the colors. The phytotherapy. This is what we call a plant therapy. So the smaller the number is, the better the usage is, okay? Or the better the effect is. But right now, when you see these numbers are so big, so we don't need to use the phytotherapy, because after all these months using the MagnoSeeK, we still find spectrum training is the best. Okay, spectrum training is the best. And now come to the food. This food in green and the very small value here at the left is the recommended food. Okay, And you can also check what kind of food I'm not supposed to eat. Okay, let's say you have a customer, he see this, and you might want to advise what kind of food that he or she is not supposed to eat, like not recommended. You see the black color ones, vodka, goose meat, whiskey or pork, dark meat, light beer. Okay, because the numbers here are kind of large. Okay, for large numbers, it's recommended for them to avoid this. Not necessarily they're not supposed to eat, but not recommended. Okay, and the last one, the K, is the mineral therapy. Okay, so in mineral therapy, it works differently than the spectrum training. Why? It's because the mineral therapy, it can only target one area. For example, right now, let's say we are talking about, let's say the eye. Okay, let's say this one, the eye ground. I just click any area I want. So when we have this, and I go here, where's the eye ground that I clicked just now? Okay, so you see the eye ground. When I click the current analysis, and again, I go to the test standard, which is another magnifying glass. So what we get here, oh, I forgot to click the eye ground. You see that? You see these numbers, they are more than 0.3. Okay, it's a larger number, which means mineral therapy is not so recommended to use. Okay, it's not so effective. But then, if you go for things like nerve, okay, areas like nerve, okay, let's say I click on the nerve here, right? We have the nerve, right? So when we have the nerve, and we click the K, you see the numbers here, 0.1, 0.1 point something, 0.165, 187. It means that it's more effective to use the mineral therapy at this area. So after that, you see that the mineral therapy, the emerald is being lit up in red, okay, or the mineral stone. So all we need to do is we can select the recommended stones, and we proceed with mineral therapy on this area. Okay, maybe we can go for 100 times, because why? It's just one area, and then it's going to be very fast if you click like 10 times. Okay, so usually we put 100 or 200. Maximum is 4 hours. So get it? Maximum 4 hours. And the maximum 4 hours is always 200 times. Okay? So far, okay? Now, next. How do we analyze an area? So for example, just now was the head. And right now I want to go for, let's say the lung area, okay? So same thing, I click on the area, I click on the part, then I click the current analysis again. You can see that, oh, something is wrong somewhere here, okay? In the middle here. What is that? So you're going to click the test standard again. And then you can start analyze the area. It works differently than the head. The reading. Okay, the reading is different than the head. So you can see the syndrome. Okay, the risk that this person is having at this area is like intense. intestinal, chronic, something gastric, things like that. So you can go and play around with your test subjects. Okay. So far, so good. Yeah, I owe you something. Just now we were talking about the virus. And let's say, I think a lot of people be very interested in this. So let's say you have virus in your body, or fungus, or bacteria, whatever it is, or parasite. Click the spectrum training button.
Spectrum.
And then select it. Like, for example, right now is the cross-section of head. Coronavirus, RNA. Okay, these 3 items, I'm going to do 3 counts. And then all I need to do is press the start button. So here it goes. So it looks like this. Okay, you see the moon? It's called destructor. So it is a destructive frequency. MagnoSeeK is automatically adjusted to a destructive frequency on this area, like virus. Okay? And then when it goes to a normal organ or normal cell, like this, you switch to the sun, which is the protector. So what I mean is, the MagnoSeeK can auto-adjust the frequency according to where we are clicking, okay, on where we are focusing. So if we are focusing on virus, bacteria, fungus, yeah, you will switch to another method of frequency, another mode of frequency, which you will slow down the virus, slow them down, or maybe try to eliminate them using frequency. And then for other area of the body, you go for a protective frequency, which is like enhancing your cell, balance them up, and make them active. Okay? So this is the vital and the most important part of MagnoSeeK. Okay? Instead of doing detection, the MagnoSeeK can perform what do you call that? Cell energy enhancement. Activate your cell, or you can call it harmonize all your cells and make them more healthy. In a way, your cell will help yourself to heal. Okay. Now, yesterday I received an inquiry saying that how to generate a report. Let's say we want to generate a report. So this is the profile that we just did detection. Then we are going to click the reporting button at the right. Okay? So we click the reporting button and the reporting setting will come out. Yeah. But remember, when you click all these items here, or you click all the buttons here, click only once. Do not click twice or spam click it. Because when you click it many times, or maybe twice, the program will be running on how many times you click it. And then you get some errors in return. Okay? So normally when we click the reporting button, the reporting setting comes out and there will be a preset. Okay? You choose for you on where you want to, or which area you want to generate in your report. So yeah, we don't want to have all these sub records or subtitle below the main title here. Okay? We just want to uncheck them. Don't check the box below your main title. Yeah, uncheck all these because eventually you'll be included in your report. All we need is the title of it. For example, I want to generate the organ and maybe the facial nerve, things like that. And then I just click the collect button. Okay, so you have to wait for a few minutes for it to generate. But I don't know whether my report be successful now is because just now I did a meta therapy. Okay, just now I did a repair on the person. So when you have the reporting set up with repair records inside, it might not be successful. Okay, it's because the mental therapy records is not an item that you can read. Yeah, you get what I mean? So yeah, I think it's successful. Let's try. I think it's done. So we have to wait for a while for the QR code to come out. Like for example, this one. Mm-hmm. We click the AI report here. At the right, you see the right? Click the AI report and then it's going to process for like 30 seconds to 50 seconds. So you don't need to wait for 180 seconds. You wait for like 30 seconds. And then what will come out is the QR code. You get the QR code and you're going to scan the QR code using your phone. So when you have the QR code, there is a view QR code at the left and then another QR code which is called history at the right. So for example, like what Sugar Ray was asking just now, what if I want to keep my record? Yeah, when you have your record and always after a detection you did a reporting and make sure you're using the same number because the number will be representing the person. For us, we'll put like our phone number. I don't know whether you want to do it or maybe you want to put a random number which belongs to you, a unique number. So when you have a unique number which is always used by the same person, when you scan the history here, you get all the history before. Like for example, last month you did a report. Maybe you did 10 reports. They'll be all in the history when you scan the QR code. Okay, so when you scan the view QR code here, you'll be the current report. Okay, which is the report now. So far, so good?
Yes.
Yeah. Always we will advise the customer or the person to keep a copy of the QR code. Just snap a picture and store it in the phone. In case they lost it or something, they still can refer back to the QR code that they took. Yeah? So this is about the reporting. Okay. Come back to you all. Any questions so far? I need some question from the floor so that I can answer. I can answer to you. How do I know how many sessions I have used and how many I have left? Hi, BJ. According to your question, right now we are still doing testing on this. Actually, you don't have it right now on how many counts do you have left or how many sessions left. Okay, but then for my version, this is the later version, which is so far there are only a few persons who is having it, like Dr. J, myself. We are testing it. Yeah, we are testing it. For example, right now, let's say we are going for the nerve area, the facial nerve. Okay, let's say I put 3 counts. You see something at the top when we start. So it works like this, data preparation. You see these small little wordings at the top here. You see that? Remaining time, 8, it always jump around. And then overall progress, how many cycles left? 1/2. Okay? And then the last one will be 2/2. Yeah, so this is the improvised version. But we are still doing testing. Not yet released to all of you. Yeah, or maybe whoever would like to test it out, yeah, you might want to look for us. We might be able to install to your device so that you can do the testing with us. But provided you know, you need to know how to use the MagnoSeeK first, or else you can't do the testing. Okay? But for the current version that you have, you can't know about how many sessions left or how many cycles do you have. Okay, BJ?
Hey, BJ, does that answer your question?
No, it really didn't.
Okay, Ethan, I think what she was saying is, you know, at the startup, when you have all the boxes that you're checking, it shows how many tokens you have left. Can you go to that screen and see? And BJ, am I correct on that, or am I also wrong?
I thought she was asking about spectrum training.
My tokens, yeah, in the beginning.
We're talking about this, the balance.
Yes, that's what I want to see. Right.
Perfect.
Oh, okay. So this is how many counts you have left.
Okay.
This is where you're going to monitor how many counts you left, like your usage token.
And does that come up when I turn it on or after I finish a report?
Always when you are starting the program.
Stopping it. Okay.
This is the first screen you see every time when you're on the program.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So make sure the clear DB is unchecked unless you want to clear the database. The rest of the thing you can check the boxes.
Okay.
Then press the OK button. And you're in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Welcome. Hi.
Ethan, this is India. Are we supposed
Hi,
to
India.
check? Are we supposed to check all the boxes except the clear DB?
Yes.
Yeah, I always do that because if you miss out something, you might lose one or two of the buttons here at the top.
Okay. Okay.
It looks like there's another question from Diego.
Hi, Diego.
He said, if there are multiple bacteria in one area, for example, 10, so we have to click one, then go inside bacteria one, and so on.
No, we don't click all of them. Like, for example, the test subject just now. What's the name again?
Yes.
Test 78. Okay. So, for example, this one, the person is having multiple virus.
In the head.
Yeah, when you check on this, you see coronavirus and influenza virus is different. So we only need to select one. Just one. Then the rest of the thing, MagnoSeeK will take care for you. Yeah? So just go around, get the RNA. Certain virus, they don't have the RNA, so just leave it. So this is the influenza virus C. And we go for the coronavirus, and we click again on the bacterial research. And yeah, we can look around and see where it is. Okay, it's at the throat. Just click it. So you have two items, two different viruses. Okay, so this is the profile, and you'll be all listed here. And next thing is click the spectrum training and go for how many cycles you want, and click the start button. That's it.
Yeah.
Easy, right?
Target.
So when I run a scan, this is from Kylie or Cal, I don't know how. When I run a scan and repair, I'll do the same session like standard. However, I've seen the scan be longer for one person and really short for the next person. Is there a reason for that?
Depending on their conditions.
Usually okay, I'll show you from the screen. let's say you start a person. Okay, there are always three selection for you. It's either a quick detection, a normal detection, or a detailed detection. 3 types. So what we did just now was the quick one, the express, whereby you see all the items here. They are really just a few of it. It took less than 1 minute for detection. So when you go for standard ones, it'll be more or less like 10 minutes. And for the detailed one, the detailed detection is going to take about 15 to 20 minutes per scan. Okay, so for your case, I think you might have chosen in between standard and detailed. Yeah, standard is much more lesser. Could you please go across the top and explain each button which are currently active? Brenda, I think I just did. But the buttons here that you don't have, I won't explain now. Okay, maybe next session I'll explain on this, because these are the new features of MagnoSeeK, like auto repair or AI report. These 2 buttons you don't have. Okay. So right now I'm not going to explain that. Yeah, because it's going to confuse a lot of people. Okay. Now the next thing is, we can explain about comparative analysis. Let's say we did a repair on somewhere in the body, and we click the part that we did on the repair part, on the repair. So we're going to click the comparative analysis, and you can see the difference of the cell energy here at the cross section of head, because just now I just did 1 cycle. And it was successful because the strengthening compensatory reaction was 78%. And we can also click the improvement here to see where it has been improved. You see it's blinking. Okay. So this is how we do a comparison before and after. This is with metatherapy, and you can see that it's blinking. And this is before that. Is there any worsening? No. Okay. So it's all about improvement. We revert to a quick session on its own. I always do a double check to make sure. Yes, it might, because certain I think you are using iPhone. Okay, when you're using iPhone, somehow Safari's cache memory will always go back to whatever you've selected before. Like male or female, certain people get the person who is using the MagnoSeeK is a male, but then when you press the start button, the screen come out as a female. Things like that. So you might want to change your phone to scan the QR code or to key in the data. Okay, or maybe you like to do it on the screen. Like for example, you click the new card, the red notebook. I think I've explained that during the last session, and then you key in the name. Okay, key in the name 111. Make sure you key in the date of birth, and choose the blood type. Maybe click on the play button. And then you select detail at the bottom here, and remember the I3 button, you need to enable it so that the MagnoSeeK can go into a more detailed analysis and detection on all the layers of the cell. When it detects imbalances, you automatically go into a deeper scan. Okay, then you press the start button. right? From the screen here, you can also you can also start a detection, yeah? I think I missed where to adjust the strengthening compensatory in your screen. Diego. Maybe I can show you again. So we click the blue notebook to select a profile. So this is the latest profile that I did just now. And then the cross section of head with metatherapy here. Yeah, we go for the topic. Yeah, we are not going for the subs, which is here, frontal cross section of head. So when you see the metatherapy wording here, you don't compare this. Okay, we only compare the main topic, which is on the top. Then we click the comparative analysis. Yeah, there you go. Why did my scanning didn't go through to the end? He said maybe because my wrist is too small. Could that be the reason? Is there a way I can get scanned? This question is interesting. Your scan doesn't go through till the end. There are two possibilities. One, your internet connection is breaking. Okay, so when it doesn't have the internet, it doesn't work. Number two, your wristband might be loose. You need to check with the other. Maybe you can try the other USB port. Try to reattach it. Yeah, because if the device doesn't detect your wristband, it will stop as well. So these are the two possibilities. Or maybe number three, the device is having too much of database. Too much means maybe there are 20 or 30 profiles inside, or maybe hundreds of it inside. Yeah, you might want to clear the database. So these three reasons. Okay? Yeah, Angie?
Can you clear the?
All right, Ethan,
Okay.
I think we're going to go ahead and just wrap it up for tonight. I went ahead and I put the email in there for you guys. If you have any more questions for Ethan, especially for next week's question and answer session that we're going to be doing with Ethan, please let me know here at support@priveshop.com, and we'll get those questions over to him so he can get those answered for you. All right. Well, Ethan, hey, thanks so much for your time. We really appreciate it and all the knowledge that you're providing for all of us.